Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another Chart Nerd TA update. Today I'm diving into Everdome, a 4K hyper-realistic metaverse. Now, I'm staking in Everdome at the moment, and obviously since the market crashed, things aren't going great, but, to still be earning some sort of something through this hard time is great. Now, I've got a lot of faith in this project, and I have done from the start since its inception, and, it's something I would highly recommend looking into. But yeah, let's get into some chart analysis here. So, I'm looking at the weekly time frame. There's been a fair bit of data now. We haven't got the EMAs as of yet. They've just come in. The 20 has just come in, and that's obviously going to be coming down on our heads. But on this weekly, what you want to see happen initially is, as this is coming down, if we are forming some sort of bottoming out structure, we want to see ourselves working up here, sort of towards that, getting above and coming up and somewhere down the line, attempting to attack this weekly 20, sorry, forgive me. But anyways, I just wanted to show you potentially that a bottom could be in here. And I'm going to show you why on the weekly time frame. So we've got this Elliott wave theory, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave count. Okay, so from this high here, retrace, we had wave 1, okay, we had a wave 2, then we had a massive wave 3, we had a wave 4 retracement, and then a large wave 5 as well. Okay, and potentially from this point here, this could be the low for Everdome, but you're now coming up, you're coming back for support. You can see right here, this is a higher low, okay, on the weekly time frame. The close isn't higher itself, so you could say we are in some sort of channel at the moment and stuck in some sort of channel where we could play around with resistance and support, but I'm going to get into this a bit further in this video. So sorry, let me dim that down. Currently speaking, as I've said, okay, so we've got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and this could be a low. And right now we're forming some sort of bottoming structure, looking to get a break back up to the upside, okay? So this could happen or maintain for a while now. We could consolidate and just go sideways in a range like this also. There's many possibilities, okay? I'm going to get into a few on the smaller time frames now for us and have a look at potentially what's going on here. So if I go to the daily time frame, okay, we look at the daily time frame here. What you can see, I'm going to go a bit further into this from this wave 4 top here, okay? Sorry, this is a 1, 2, 3, yeah, this is a wave 4 top, and this was the wave 5 down, okay? So I'm going to be looking at this last wave here and what's going on now on our retracement back up to this high, okay? So I've got some EMAs on. I've got the daily 20 EMA here, this yellow line. I've got the daily 55, which is this red line, the moving averages, and then this is the daily 100. Okay, and these are all key targets I do believe we need to start seeing ourselves get back above and maintaining above before we see any sort of uptrend or parabolic moves or, recovery in some sense in the market, okay? Because there's still a lot of uncertainty. But looking at this from this wave 4, as I said, to wave 5, okay? What you can see here, I'm going to get a fib on from this low here, okay? So we're going to go from the low, retracing back up to this high, okay? This high up here, okay? Because that's where we've run into resistance and we're coming back down from. What you can see at the moment is, okay, we've formed this low and we've currently come up, okay, to the 382 and then come back down for support, and we've been playing on this 236, and you can see that we're still playing with this 236 right now, okay? So this is key resistance here for Dome, okay, at 0.09281. That is a key level of resistance on the 236 for this retracement back up to this 1 fib here, okay? So, this is currently why we're still at this level right now and are failing or struggling to break through, should I say. We're not failing, okay, because, we have wicked above today. If we do get a close above this, I am looking for a push up to the 382, which is the next level of resistance, which you can see here has had 2 points of contact since falling down to this low. Okay, so we do have resistance above before we can see any sort of movement or excitement and continuation to the upside. One good thing I wanted to mention, okay, but it's something to be wary of. You can see from this low, okay, we came up and we attacked this daily 20, okay, but we didn't get a close above it, okay? We wicked to it, we wicked to the daily 20, and we got rejected and retraced back down to this low here, but we didn't come down. We formed a higher low, guys, okay? So that's a higher low than this. That's good structure, okay? But the key point is to take away, we got rejected from the daily 20 EMA, okay? But what you can see now is that we've come down and formed this high low, and we've come up to the 20, and we actually yesterday just got a close above it, okay? And now we've held it as support and are starting to try and march up. So it's good strength. It's good strength. If I get the volume on, let me see what the volume's like. Okay, there is a bit of volume with this as well. Okay, it's not a massive amount of volume, but it's nice to see a bit of an upwards trend in volume on a break. Okay, so it is natural, basically. It is natural. Okay, but what we need to think about here is what's above us. Okay, and straight off the back, you've got this level of resistance here, okay, and that currently sits at a price of around 0.011 cent. Okay, you can see, as I've said, we came up to it here. We had a wick. This was the close. Okay, we had a wick up to it here. We had a couple closes right here, but we failed to break above. So this right now is our resistance band. Okay, it's our resistance. But if we come up and stay above this daily 20, and this 20 starts to come up as this 20 comes down, you're going to get something called an EMA squeeze, and you could potentially be caught in some sort of squeeze up until, who knows, somewhere mid-August, before a decision is actually made around this sort of area of this resistance mark. Okay, and there you either get your breakout to the upside, or you lose support, turn this 0.011 cents that we're trying to work our way up to now into resistance, and come down and lose these lows. If we lose these lows, it's big trouble. Okay, just like many alts on the market at the moment, they have a low. If they lose it and turn that to resistance, it's negative, very negative. But there are some good signs. There are some good signs here, okay? So if we get, for example, here, we follow these closes, okay? That could be a left shoulder. This potentially here could be a right a head. And if we start to come up now, attack this, and come back down and hold a level of support, okay, which is i.e. roughly around here somewhere. If we hold that and form a right shoulder and attempt to break this, hold it as support, that is your confirmation signal. And you could be in some sort of inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, I can't see into the future, but just to make it a bit clearer, what you could potentially have, as I said, you've got a left shoulder here, resistance, you've got a head that's stooped down lower, you come back up to that resistance again, you come back, form the right shoulder on support of the head, okay, and then you've got an inverse head and shoulders, and you will have a technical target breakout, and that rough target, I can get it for you now. All you have to do is stick a trend line on that resistance, okay, and you go from the resistance to the trend line to the head, okay, and you will get a breakout. Now, what this could kind of confirm, if we do start to do something like that, where we come up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive waves, have an A, B, C correction, consolidate, and then attack up again. If we start to break out, okay, and start to break out from this point, you can see that what that would be doing is bringing us back up to this 100 moving average as that sort of creeps down on itself, okay, and these start to turn up into each other, okay, and essentially you could have a breakout and then have a larger retracement back to support before continuation and getting above these EMAs, okay, because that daily 55, if we was to break above it, would need to hold, okay, and that's potentially where you get a bullish cross, and it's good for the market, okay. It's good for Dome, but that is, again, it's a potential. It's not a play that has to happen. What I wanted to point out equally here, okay, which is quite a negative pattern. It's not hugely negative, but it's negative. You can see from this sort of level of, we've got a level of, if we just zoom out a little bit and have a look back, okay, so you've got this support here, okay, you've come up, you've rolled down to it, it was support, you came up, rejection, lost it, and now you've turned this trend line into resistance. So you can see that we're sort of approaching this level now for Dome, okay, which is why we need to be cautious, because we could have a fake out above this daily 20 EMA right now. We could have a fake out, run into resistance, and then get rejected by this trend line of resistance, okay, which was previous support since Dome is basically inception, really. Okay, and if we lose that and start coming down and losing this low here, your next target is this low. Okay, so if we start losing this low and do get rejected and turn that to resistance, and then come down to this low and lose that, it's very, very negative, because what you're sort of forming there would be some sort of in some sort of sense, some sort of like a horizontal triangle, a descending triangle, where you're getting lower highs, lower lows, compression, you crash down, and you go even further into the depths. So that's the bearish side, okay? Now, keeping that trend line in place, I'm just going to get it from here now, okay? And let's just say we go to the closes of the candles. What you could also say here is that we are in some sort of potentially a falling channel or a falling wedge. This could either go two ways as well. I think it's more probable to break out to the upside, but you're coming down support, resistance, support. You could toy with this all the way to this low and still hold that low, okay, and have a breakout. And what then would happen is this would keep coming down, this would keep coming down on your head as well, and eventually you're going to see some sort of curvature where the EMAs start to come up and squeeze again, okay, and that is potentially where the breakout occurs for Dome. That's another bullish scenario, okay. But yeah, guys, they're just a few things that I'm looking at the moment, okay. On this, if we have run into resistance now, or should I say actually, sorry, from this high, okay, let's look at this. From this high that we created, we was retracing back to this low, okay. And what you could see here happened, okay, which is relatively strong right now for Dome, is that we fell to this low, We came up to the 1 fib, okay, and then we was coiling up between the 050 and the 0618. We lost support of that and found support on the 786. So currently that's right now what we are bouncing off, but we are still struggling to get above the 050 right here at 0.00928. We need to close above that, in my opinion, to push up towards, you know, the 382, hold that as support, and then reach our target up here of this level of resistance previously. And I do think it has the strength to do that. And at that point, that's when I've said you come back for support and you form that right shoulder. Okay, you've got a left shoulder ahead, some sort of right shoulder somewhere, and then you break out. Okay, so there's just a few scenarios for you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. One last thing before I go. Right here, again, this area right here is extremely strong resistance for Dome moving forward as well. You know, so there are quite a few places and a few areas for us to get back above before we start seeing any sort of excitement. But yeah, guys, you know, hope is never lost, and you know, things are looking okay in the market right now, but will it maintain? Will it maintain? Until next time, guys, peace out from China TA.